Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Crazy Hobbies Down Under.
North Melbourne taking over Ballarat.
Okay.
North Melbourne are taking over Ballarat, not Carlton.
Okay, I'm only just suggesting to you, sir.
Will I be on TV? Will I be on TV?
The best RC YouTube channel in Australia. Australia. All right, crazy family and viewers. We've been meaning to do this video for a while. If you have a Traxxas X-Maxx, you want to tune in because we're going to show you the only upgrades you want to do to your car. This is coming from experience. If you're looking to buy the best RC car on planet Earth today, the biggest, the baddest, look no further than the XMAXX monster truck. Now, before we move on, we're going to be showing you guys my personal XMAXX. Guys, in regards to upgrading your cars, I'm going to be talking about Traxxas here in particular, is because I've only owned Traxxas vehicles, so this is coming from experience. But you could actually say this for other brands as well. Regarding your Traxxas vehicles, you really want to be very careful in what upgrades you do. Very careful, and I've seen this situation many times. Joe Blow gets his Traxxas car and he pulls it out of the box and he puts all these upgrades on it. I can tell you right now, most of these guys are actually going backwards in performance. Now, when Traxxas gives you their cars out of the box, they're pretty much 75% to 80% complete. Now, the average Joe is not going to go out there and launch his car 20 meters up in the air. So if you're looking to give this thing a thrashing and you want this thing to last and you want it pretty much unbreakable, then you have to upgrade it. It's like a real car. You buy a car, you want to chuck a bigger turbo on it, you got to build the engine. It's exactly the same thing with your RC cars. So, regarding aluminium, we're not going to dwell into it too much, but with aluminium, with your Traxxas cars, you want to be very careful in what you do. Just a quick example, I've seen this a lot of times, aluminium arms on your cars. That is a big no-no. You have hinge pins that run in your arms. So you've got one on your diff side and you've got one on your wheel side. So if you put an aluminium arm on there, you've got these aluminium pins. As soon as you go over a jump, those aluminium pins, the first thing that's going to break, it's not going to be your arm because your arm's solid, the pins are quite thin. You're going to keep snapping your pins. That's all we're going to say about aluminium. Aluminum, man.
Aluminum!
You can give us a call or speak to your local hobby shop about aluminium upgrades. Like we told you, they come pretty much 80% complete out of the box. So be careful in what you do because you can end up going backwards in performance. With your Traxxas vehicles in particular, and especially the XMAXX, there is a feature, ladies and gentlemen, that Traxxas has, and it's called the self-riding feature. Now, it's a feature. So you can either choose to use it or choose not to use it. Do not use this feature. It will destroy your car. It will damage your diffs, and it can shatter your spur gear. That's that. Regarding the Traxxas platforms and vehicles, I can tell you right now, in my opinion, they are the best because when Traxxas design a car, they are 10 years ahead in any other RC company. So what I'm getting at here is that when they design a car, I can tell you right now, you're going to be able to get parts for that Traxxas vehicle for 10 years to come. Not like other brands and other companies, they will make a car, 2 years later or 1 year later, it's discontinued, then you won't be able to buy parts for it. So Traxxas is that ahead. I think they're German. I think they've got German engineers working for them, to be honest. So Traxxas is that ahead that when they design a car, nobody can design a car similar to them for quite a while. So you don't see Traxxas releasing cars every year or 2 years. So if you want something, just to buy it, and you're going to be able to get parts easy for it and support, Traxxas is the way to go. I think we've covered everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you my personal XMAXX. We're going to show you all the upgrades you want to do. Like I said, this is coming from experience, guys. We've thrashed this thing. We've beaten this thing up. It just keeps going. It's the ultimate machine. All right, so
Let me check out Oscar's XMAXX, man. Okay? We love you from down under.
all right, so we're gonna firstly show you a brand new XMAXX and what it looks like, and then we're gonna run through the upgraded XMAXX and show you guys exactly what to do. All right, so the original XMAXX is exactly how it comes. Wheelie bar standard. There's your motor in there. Electronic speed controller. Completely stock. So let's now show you the upgraded version. We're gonna start from the front and then we're gonna work our way down. Now, what do we got? This is completely stock shock caps. This is from Proline. This is the best thing you'll ever do. One, you will get better handling. So these are the Proline reservoirs for the Traxxas X-Maxx. Now with the stock standard, guys, you would have seen the shock caps up the top here are plastic. So when you change them to the aluminium ones, if you go over a big jump or roll it, the shock caps don't break because they're alloy. This is all completely aluminium, right? And they do not come off the shock body because alloy on alloy, it's thread. These will never ever pop off. That will be one of the best investments you do for your Traxxas X-Maxx. Now, let's come to the completely stock drive shafts. Now, with these yokes, see these yokes here? You don't really need to upgrade them. If you are what we call fanging it off the mark, launching it off the mark, these things will open up, right? 7754X, and then you'll need to replace them. But these are completely stock on my car, and like I said, my car's been on water. It's been through hell and back, and I do not need to change them. Now, a very important one. Since we're on the shocks, on the front shocks, you can see here they're gold, right? We've replaced them with titanium Traxxas shocks. I think the part number is 7761T. We'll bring it up on the screen. Now, they're titanium. With the titanium, guys, they're nice and light. They do not bend, right? They do not bend. And the Traxxas ones work really nice. When we come to the rear of the car, we do have Proline ones on there, which we'll show you, which are also held up. But titanium shock shafts from Traxxas, we'll bring up the part number on the screen. You cannot go wrong with these things, right? Really great. So if you're breaking shock shafts, go for the original Traxxas ones or the Proline ones. Would recommend. Now, let's come to another important point. These arms, you see how much flex there is? These are the RPM arms, right? Top and bottom. Now, Traxxas are releasing the wide max kit for the X-Maxx. I don't know how good they're going to be, but the RPM ones, which are also made in the US, right? There you go there, RPM. Which are also made in the US. Now, it's a special grade plastic, so these really flex. Now, when it comes to your arms, you want to stay clear away from aluminium. You want plastic. You're going over jumps, guys. These arms need to flex when you go over jumps. Now, if you go aluminium, which will be a very costly mistake for you guys, what will end up happening is you'll have hinge pins that run through here, right? Through the arm on the outer, and you also have on the inner. So if you change these to aluminium, these pins, every time you go over a jump and you don't land correctly, you'll end up snapping these pins. So that's why these arms need to be a high grade plastic. Now, I'm pretty sure they are the standard, sorry, my apologies. They are the standard hub carriers. You can also buy the RPM ones, which would highly recommend if you keep breaking the original plastics. And we also have the RPM hinge pin set. We'll put the part number on the screen. They're a little bit better compared to the original Traxxas ones. They're one piece, so you have nothing falling out. It's a lot better. And what we've done is we've double nutted it here as well, so it's a lot more secure. The drive shafts are completely stock, guys. You do not need to change any drive shafts for the XMAXX. So that's what we've got on the front of our car. And like I said, guys, it's been through absolutely hell and have not broken anything on the front. Now, let's come to the steering servo. We've upgraded it to the original, not the original, my apologies, to the aftermarket, the Traxxas upgrade, which is the 2085X, guys, the 2085X, and they're about $200. That is the best thing you'll ever do. Now, keep in mind, if you have heavier wheels on your XMAXX, then you will blow up even the upgraded one, so you've got to be very careful there. Now, we're going to come to the tyres in a second. It's a it's a big one. All right, now let's come to the center of the car. Obviously, the radio, you do not have to upgrade the radio. Now, the electronics on the car, we've also upgraded. Guys, you do not replace anything unless when it blows up, that's when you should replace it, or else you're just wasting money. So wait till something blows up and then replace it with an upgrade. That is the most responsible thing to do. So, I mean, if you're impatient and you wanted to upgrade it, knock yourselves out. But yeah, we don't really recommend you upgrade something if it's still working. Wait till it wrecks and then upgrade it. So we've got the Hobbywing Max 5 electronic speed controller here with the 1100 kV motor. The 1100 kV motor. The Hobbywing. No, there is no. Yeah, there it is there. All right, this thing, like I said, this thing's been through absolutely hell, and it's still going. All right, now let's come to the back of the car. Now, if you wanted to upgrade these motors, guys, there it is there. We'll just see if we can get that's what I was looking for. I'll just zoom up here. There it is there, 1100 kV, 5687, okay. That's the Hobbywing motor. Now, if you upgrade the motor, we've upgraded the gearing. Now, when you upgrade the gearing, you also need to upgrade the engine mount. Now, unfortunately, there is no one in Australia that has upgraded engine mounts and gearing. So what we recommend is go onto eBay, and there's a company called B&M Racing that do the gears for the XMAXX. Now, regarding the gear set, you can see here how heavy duty that is. Now, this is with Traxxas, it comes with a mod 1. Now, this is a mod 1.5. This gear set is usually in 1/5 scale vehicles. So I can tell you right now, you will never, if you're having a lot of trouble breaking Spur gears, this is what you need to upgrade for you to not break them anymore. So B&M Racing, mod 1.5 Traxxas, they usually come in a gear set and they're roughly around $200 Australian. You will never ever shatter these Spur gears. All right, so motor, ESC, B&M Racing, engine mount and gearing. There you guys go there. So that's that. And like I said, we've done some we've done some hectic jumps, and has these gears, they have not skipped a beat. Now let's come to the rear of the car quickly. All right. There it is there. Now the rear of the car, you have the Proline shock caps as well. And then you have the Proline, can't really see it. Now you have the Proline, these are black in color. You have the Proline HD shock shaft set. Now these have been very good also. So the Proline, if you wanted to go Proline, get the Proline ones, or if you wanted to go original Traxxas titanium, you can. They're the only two brands that would recommend. Now for the rear, keep in mind our internal differentials original. For the rear, we've also got the RPM arms, top and bottom, and most importantly, what we've upgraded on the rear, guys. Just see if you can zoom up here. All right, are these rear hub carriers right there. So just put it down for a sec. These things in here, they're rear hub carriers from RPM. Now, when you do buy them, see if I can get a better, no, can't get a better shot on that side. When you do buy them, guys, sorry about the camera work. Now, when you do buy them, the RPM ones, one, they're a better plastic, but they come with an oversized bearing. So with the X-Maxxes on the rear hubs, their bearings are known to blow up. So these are an oversized bearing. You're gonna have to do something very stupid to pretty much wreck that bearing there. So that is a must. The RPM rear hub carriers for your XMAXX with the oversized bearings. And we've also got the RPM hinge pins on the outer and the inner. Let's just zoom out here. All right, now, so that's pretty much it. They're the only upgrades you want to do on your XMAXX. Everything else, leave it stock standard, unless it's like cosmetic stuff like this, where we've just put a wrap on it. Come to the wheels. Now the wheels, in particular Traxxas vehicles, you have to be very careful in what rim and tire option you go for. Now, as you can see, this is my XMAXX, and I only run, this is a new set of Traxxas tires. The originals. You have to be very careful, guys, in what you run regarding your rim and tire option for your Traxxas vehicles in general, but especially for the XMAXX. You can run the Proline ones. The Proline ones are way too heavy. If you do put the Proline ones on there, the truck will completely change. Now, the good thing about the Proline ones are that you will not blow them up, but I can tell you right now, they're probably twice as heavy. Highly, highly recommend you stay away from them. So with your tires, in my opinion, there is no better tire than the original Traxxas rim and tire. But if you're doing a lot of jumps, and if you don't re-glue them often, they do blow up easy. So that's my intake on the rim and tire situation. And yeah, like I said, guys, with aluminium, there is a lot of crap out there that you really want to stay away from. We're not going to bag out any brands, but yeah, RPM is RPM is an American company. Proline is also another American company, and anything Traxxas upgrade is what you really want. Any other brands or manufacturers you really want to stay away from. Anything that comes out of the US, just make sure it comes out of the US. You're pretty much safe with, and that is the honest truth. That's about it, guys. Do not do anything else to your XMAXX. If you want to make it bulletproof, if you do the following suggestions that we've done, your XMAXX is going to be bulletproof. All right, so thanks for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Guys, please like and subscribe. And if you're kind enough, please leave a comment. Let us know what video you want to see next, and we read all the comments. And that's about it, guys. We love you all from down under.